But there's also videos that clearly shows that they're extraterrestrials.
Oh yeah, you know how they say in military the best top secret is about a secret that you don't know about, right? I mean, or how
That's why it's top secret. I think it's your job to make sure to be that supporting shoulder for each other. We have this gas station 2 minutes from here. This gas station is a destination for the locals to eat. They would much rather go there than a fast food joint.
Here in the Philippines, kasi matatalino mga Pinoy, if you had that screen here on the gas pump, that'd be gone in 2 days.
And that toilet, I was looking at that too. That looks like a bidet. You know, the one that washes your butt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what a bidet is, Jason.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Two guys, two worlds. This is the flip side. New episodes uploaded on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify every week on Wednesday and Saturday. Now, here's your host, Jason and Noel.
Oh, Earl.
That's what I said, you nincompoop.
I'm bringing sexy back. Welcome back. Good morning. Good evening. Salud.
That looks like iced tea.
I know, right? But it's not. It's quite strong. Oof. Delicious.
It's funny.
So,
it's funny. It's nice to see you again in glasses. Last time I saw you in glasses was in high school.
No, there was early episodes I was wearing it.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. Early episodes, you also had some hair, but we're past that now.
Holy crap. That one hurt.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to go that way. I just see how.
How else am I supposed to take that?
No. Gosh,
I have no hair.
Look what I'm trying to
so
do. See,
early.
I'm trying to cut the hairline a little bit here.
Right. So actually these aren't actual glasses. There's no grade to it.
Oh, then in that case,
This is it's a blue screen glasses, you know?
Oh, okay.
Like what you wear when you're in front of a computer all the time.
Yeah.
It basically protects your eyes from from the blue screen, basically.
Okay, do me a favor and turn off all the white screens on your screen, or the white tabs that are open on your screen. This is really distracting. If you could
Is that better?
do that. Yeah, just to let. There you go. Whatever that last tab was perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, huh?
Which one?
The whole white thing in my glasses.
Yeah,
Because you have it, but it's for some reason yours is like in two ends, but mine is straight in the middle, and it sucks.
Yeah, no, because I have two lights on the side, not like straight in front of me. And
is it better that way? Because mine are right here, like that, you know.
No, you're talking about the light. I'm talking about the screen in front. Yeah. So my lights are on both on the side, and then your screen, I just wanted to make okay. Sorry, that all just doesn't make sense.
You know what? I know we talked about using the camera. Are you using separate cameras right now?
Yeah, there's one
to record.
Yeah, there's one over there. Which?
Oh man, I want to do that.
I'm so. You wanna?
I want to
try to restart.
Yeah, let me set up my cameras real quick.
Will it take 2 hours?
No. I just got to put it on a tripod and turn it on.
Okay.
And
So I could
Give
take
me
a
one
dump while
second.
you're doing that. Since you're online Googling stuff, there's this article. Oh, I should send you the link so you know what I'm talking about real quick. But
Yeah, that'd be nice.
there's this thing that I came across last week. Hold on. Oh, you sent me some pictures of your camera. It's funny. Um, hold on a second. Here, I sent it to you while you look at your. Okay.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I'll just cut this out.
Yeah, cut this out.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
So you're hold on.
So go ahead.
Sorry, sir. Before we record further, both your GoPro and your SLR are both on the table, like looking up at your nose.
No, the
You fixed it.
SLR is not working. Remember,
Okay,
the
okay.
battery's dead.
And then
The
GoPro is.
GoPro's up
Oh,
here.
okay. I was kind of worried that I'll be seeing your
Like,
nose.
yeah.
Okay.
No. It's actually it's kind of off-centered because
Okay.
it's like right here.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly centered.
No, that's
but
no
maybe
problem.
I should move it, huh?
It's fine. It's fine. As long as I'm just not looking up at your nose. That's just what I was worried about.
No, you're fine.
In
Kinda
other
like.
news,
Go ahead.
in other news, last week I came across this. I think they were. I don't remember which podcast was mentioning it, but they were talking about how. Gosh, I really can't remember which podcast I heard it from. But anyway, they were talking about an article on a podcast, and this was the article. We have a real UFO problem. We, as in, I think the U.S., and it's not balloons. America's fixation on the recent objects floating over the country overlooks a much serious problem with advanced technology aircraft that we can't explain. I was kind of wondering if you've had any UFO experiences, sightings.
I did not, but this is literally about 3 weeks ago. It was all over the news here. It was all over TikTok, all over YouTube here.
In Virginia?
No, in the US. There is some banging sound going on where you at. What's going on?
Neighbors. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. But this was actually all over the internet, YouTube, like I said, Facebook, TikTok, all over. They're saying that it was Chinese balloons that's being sent out to spy on us, so to speak, supposedly. So there's videos all over the country or the net where US fighters are actually shooting these things down. But there's also videos that clearly shows that they're extraterrestrials. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's all over the internet.
I haven't come across any one of those. The stuff that I do come across are about, shooting down the balloons, but nothing about it. I mean, nothing about them being UFOs. So
Right.
So any update on that? Has it been confirmed or?
I mean, it's died down. Sad to say that the news here sometimes it's so unreliable, right?
Yeah.
Because if this was an actual UFO sighting that so many people have seen and whatnot, why only the US? Why is it not in the news anymore?
Why is it not in the Philippines?
Exactly. I mean, if it's over Alaska, the supposedly the one that was shot down, there's also somewhere up north, I can't remember where. There's multiple ones around the world apparently. And why is it that it's not that big of a deal in the news if it's actual UFOs? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think? Will people freak out if we find out that they are aliens?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I understand why it's probably not out there anymore, meaning out in news or the media, because they're probably limiting it because it could cause some kind of riots, people freaking out and whatnot. But personally, what do I think? I don't know. To be quite honest with you, shit.
I'm trying to imagine why. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's easy to imagine why, but I can't I mean, like, would people just be like, "Oh my gosh, there's a UFO. Let's go rob JC Penney." Where's the connection? Uh, they're going to take us to Mars. Let's. Macy's is on sale. Let's go. You know, where's the?
I don't know what. There's no connection, that's for sure. But I don't know. There's so many fake videos out there that sometimes it's hard to determine which is real. You know
Yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like, why would it let's just give it the benefit of doubt that maybe let's say it's real. Would
Right.
people go crazy and start a war, or would there be like civil unrest because there are aliens, or would we all like shut up
Um.
because like, whoa, what's that? What's happening? Is it another like sort of pandemic situation where we
Well,
all need to be locked up? All the alien we get like all the aliens get to roam around freely, and we're all locked up in our houses.
I do have a theory on that.
Mm,
Now, my theory is there will be people who's probably gonna be pissed off. Okay, and if you are, leave a comment.
mm,
Um, people are too. What's the word I'm looking for here? Nosy.
mm,
The majority of people will not just run off and hide. Majority of people won't just act like there's nothing going on.
mm,
Most people will probably wait until the last minute when
mm,
something else is already happening
mm.
before they do something.
And then
It's human nature to be reactionary. When you react to something that you see. Unfortunately, if it's nothing bad, most people won't do anything about it.
this is how I imagine it's going to go down. So the aliens come, military and all the government officials tells us to stay home, and
Hmm,
because we're looking for those aliens that landed and we don't know where they are. We didn't shoot them down, so one of you, somebody here must be hiding aliens. So are you hiding aliens? We're going to check each and every house,
right.
and that's how we get another lockdown because
There
somebody.
is going to be people that's going to be doing that too.
Yeah, so are you housing aliens? Are you
Are
are
you a
you
shapeshifter?
no are
Are
you a
you yourself an alien?
We are looking for illegal immigrants, aliens.
Ha!
If you are hiding them, we will, hunt you down and put you behind bars with the
We
aliens.
will cook you.
So, no, I mean, I wonder, or would it do the opposite and sort of humble everybody, and there would,
No,
would it
God, no.
would it reduce the crime rate? Because here in the Philippines, when Pacquiao is fighting, the crime rate goes down, right? Here in the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah, the entire
When
Philippines,
when he's in the ring.
because everybody's busy watching the fight.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
I remember
awesome.
seeing that in the news. Not too, yeah. So when Pacquiao is so everybody's all fixated on the Pacquiao event. So what if there is an alien invasion, landing, sighting, and it's confirmed that it is aliens? How would civilization react in general? I wonder. Would somebody like raise his hand, like, can you guys tell us finally how the pyramids were built? Because we've really been trying to wonder how, you know.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I know for sure, me, in my instinct, I'd probably get defensive. I'd probably do everything I can to protect my family, stockpile on water and food, buy a weapon or get a weapon.
Don't you already have
But
one? Like with the tank that you have in the garage, aren't you already a prepper? Doesn't that already make you a prepper?
halfway there, I just need to buy the necessary stuff now.
There's a YouTube guy that I came across. He's like the Texan Filipino or something like that. There is a Texan, and by the way he talks about gadgets and stuff, he sounds like a prepper. but it sounds like he decided to live both in the back and forth US, Texas, and here in
And the
the Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah. So his channel, I think,
Right.
is called like Texan Prepper. I came across him because we were looking for videos on Starlink. So he was talking about Starlink on that video, and the gadgets and the stuff that he seems to talk about, like his truck, his internet connection, his cell phone service, they're all like, sort of prepper mindset. Like if something goes
Proper
down,
mindsets, yeah.
if something
He's
goes down,
prepared.
it's
He's got the
strategic.
CB radios and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So so I guess living in the Philippines is part of that prepper strategy that he might have in mind, whatever preparations he
Right,
might
right.
be doing. But yeah, so
There-
that's how I came across
There's
it.
so many here in the States. There's so many preppers here.
Mm,
There's so many preppers here in the States, right? And I have to admit that half of the people here mock them. Maybe some percentage
mm,
are like making sense with them. A bigger percentage just doesn't care, right?
mm,
I'm a little bit in between because I'm a little impressed because of the way their train of thought is, like survival wise. Because
mm,
I know if it's me and that guy out in the
mm,
woods, he's probably gonna live longer than I am. You know what I mean?
mm.
I mean, I think I'm handy and whatnot, but I wouldn't be as prepared as him. Like if we're both delivering a baby, he'd have a shoelace. I won't. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I think maybe like you're probably like a typical Filipino closet prepper. Like you're thinking about it in the back of your mind, but you don't want to be like
Me?
overtly like letting everybody know about it. You're just sort of secretly prepping with a small p.
I mean, no. My train of thought really be nice. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to be prepared, but am I actually prepared even a little bit? No, not
Mm,
really.
mm.
I mean,
But I think what I'm joking about it is that it's not the kind of thing that you would do on a YouTube channel. Like it's not something that and besides, a smart prepper probably wouldn't like let people know that they're preppers because
you'd be
it,
surprised. They're actually out there broadcasting.
broad,
That's a big
broadcasting.
genre in YouTube, you know?
Yeah,
They're
that's what I mean. So there are like a lot of preppers on YouTube, but I'm just thinking that if you are one of the not that if you're broadcasting it you're not smart, but like you know how they say in military the best top secret is about a secret that you don't know about, right? I mean, or how
that's why it's top secret.
right. No, or if you don't want people to be stealing your millions, first thing you do is you don't tell everybody that you have millions in the bank.
Right, right,
So
right,
don't even tell people that you have a vault behind that curtain, where behind you right now. So
right.
that
I
so
know.
that kind of thing. So I guess the bottom line is yeah, if you're a prepper, don't tell everybody because they might start running to you when, shit hits the fan and
Right.
the supplies that you have for your family is going to be for the rest of the barangay and you're going to run out. And then
Which is what always happens anyway. Yeah.
yeah, and then people will like, "Oh, you're so selfish, keeping everything for yourself."
Well,
Share
no shit. I prepared.
share the wealth. You know. So
Yeah.
wait, where were we going with that? Oh, so the UFO problem.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I
where it
mean,
came from.
honestly, to me, I don't know if it's real. I don't know. It's hard for me to believe it because all of a sudden, a week and a half later, oh,
Bless
excuse
you,
me.
bless you, my
Thank you.
brother.
All I'm saying is like a week and a half later, all of a sudden, it's nowhere to be seen. It's not
Mm,
online anymore. It's out of social media. The news barely covered it.
mm,
The online news is what covered it the most. When I
mm,
say online, not like your big stations, but
mm.
the minuscule stations online and whatnot.
How
So
how do
I don't
they
know.
say that
I don't know
it's
what to
not?
take.
How do they say that it's not a balloon? How could they tell that it's not a balloon? Or were they just
Supposedly there's clearer pictures. Plus, there's one video of the
mm,
same said UFO
mm,
that flew by really fast, so fast that the fighter plane is literally having a hard time catching up to it. So that can't be a balloon. You know what I mean?
I'll go try to Google that.
There's so many good videos out there that's real or that looks real, so it's hard to tell.
I'll look into that.
That's my take on it.
If you don't mind, one more thing about Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, this one I wanted to get out of the way real quick before the end of the program, where we, would end on a sad note. But there's an update. I mean, remember the 4 kids that were slain in Cavite by the
that's actually in my bullet points.
The live-in partner. Oh, so did I share the link of this video? I mean, could you just Can you just imagine being any one of those guys, whether it's the mother, the biological father of the kids? Anyway, that's the link that I sent you. Here's the title of the video: Tunay na ama ng batang napaslang sa Cavite. The biological fathers of the. Oh no, not the 4 kids. Just I think 1 or 2 of the kids na napaslang sa Cavite that were slain in Cavite. Went to the wake, dumating sa burol, went to the wake of those 4 kids. I mean, but I share that with you because on the video, I still can't get over the 4 coffins in one like little chapel. Can you imagine 4 coffins?
Yeah.
Small little itty bitty coffins, and just gosh, I can't
remember. Was the guy? Did the guy kill himself?
Yeah, I think so. I
can't remember.
I think so.
But the worst thing there is, to me, I can't even fathom the idea of going back home like the mom did.
Yeah.
And that's what she's coming home to.
Yeah.
And having to even witness this over the phone.
Yeah. To hear it over the phone. Yeah, exactly. Jeez. But I think I also wanted to share it with you because there's a positive side to this. The employer, I don't know if you saw the video, is offering like support to take care of the kids. No, there's like a 1 kid remaining that was not that was spared. I don't think she was there. I think she was in school, if I'm not mistaken. It's the older kid. So they're offering like college, I think, something like that.
Wow.
But the last I hear from the video is that the kid is having second thoughts about taking that offer because she is not comfortable, living in another country, living in Dubai. She's a teenager, her friends are here, and she wants to stay in the Philippines.
Oh, so the offer is to another country.
Yes, to bring the daughter there where the mother is working. So the mother, I think, is preparing or on the way back to Dubai to work there. So in other words, just bottom line is whether she takes the offer or not is, and I think the government is also helping. Is the bottom line is that whenever we hear like a UAE or OFW employers, a lot of it is like they're abusive or bad news, but this one seems to be she was lucky to have a empathetic or sympathetic employer. Which I think is also sort of good news at the back end of the story.
Now, with that last, see, this is my cynical side thinking. Yeah, the remaining daughter is there and whatnot, but for me to hear that she's having second thoughts about taking that offer because her friends are home and whatnot, she's being a little bit too selfish because she shouldn't be thinking about just herself at this point. I mean, it's literally her and her mom left. Why would she want to be separated from her mom?
Right.
Considering, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think that's besides the point. I mean, that's a personal opinion, but I mean, I side with you. I totally agree with you. Like there's more more opportunity, maybe, but we don't know that. But at the same time, I can also sympathize with the daughter on how she, although I wouldn't have the same opinion, but I can understand why she would be uncomfortable because she's on her teens. I mean, that's kind of my regret when I moved
How old
back.
is she?
If I'm not mistaken, like 15. When I moved back,
Oh, whatever.
which was about the same age, I was on the flip side. I was thinking like, oh, doesn't matter. I can go back anywhere. So when I was already going to school, doing my thing there in California in Daly City, and then when we moved back, I didn't think it was such a big deal in my life, but I kind of guess I did in the back of my mind. Um,
Right.
maybe I don't know if there's any regret there or what. I mean, but technically on paper it was the right thing to do just to go back. But
I
the
mean,
thing was,
it makes it
the thing what I was
good.
thinking
Good.
was I was already there. I was already there.
Right.
Like, and if I just like what would I do? Like be like TNT, tago ng tago, just be hiding and have I'd be technically an alien. But the point is, I empathize with the with the daughter, thinking that it might not be a good idea because of her friends. She's a teenager. She's got her closest friends
But
there. If
what
she moves,
I understand, but if all your family has been slain and the only thing you have left
yeah,
is your mom, I think it's your job to make sure to be that supporting shoulder for each other.
right, yeah, you got a
I
point there.
understand friends and whatnot,
You
but
got a point there.
I
Yeah,
think it's my old person thinking.
yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
that
No,
that's just the way I
nah,
am.
yeah, yeah. You got a point there. I mean, can you imagine moving to another country, unfamiliar with the culture,
Yeah,
not having any friends,
yeah,
and yeah, your siblings were just murdered. But maybe
yeah,
maybe on the flip side, maybe it would be a good thing because then you would sort of forget, the like that change in environment might be healthy.
yeah. That's true. I mean, it could be a possibility. But again, it's who's to say, right?
So should we, maybe we could start a poll. Should we encourage her to leave and go to another country, or stay in the Philippines, stay in the Philippines where she's
Well,
comfortable?
don't just put it that way. Leave to be with your mom or
Right,
to be with your friends,
right,
right?
right,
I think
right,
that would be a better poll,
right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's the way that you would phrase the question. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
We're going to take a quick break. And then when we get back, I want to dive in and ask you a couple of questions about your call center experience. I'm very interested.
okay, thank you for giving me the floor, but I have a couple of other ideas, uh articles that I bumped into. We still have 4 minutes anyway on
Go
my
ahead. Go ahead.
little recorder here. Have you been following any of the big trials lately there? The Alex Murdaugh trial, Amber Heard a couple of years ago
Yeah.
versus Johnny Depp. Any
Yeah.
any
That's
thoughts, opinions on either one of those? I because
literally the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard
mm,
case
mm.
was literally tried at the courthouse 30 minutes from
Oh,
here.
okay,
It's
okay.
it's 30 minutes that way. Like,
Nice.
and Johnny Depp actually stayed at a hotel close to my work.
Cool.
So I saw there's multiple times where I saw the convoy of vehicles
Yeah.
going to the courthouse basically because the route is right by my work. So it
Mm-mm.
was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Did I plan to like maybe stand in the sidewalk, like take a look, see if I can get a peek? Nah, I didn't want to do that.
But were you
Yeah,
following it at all? For me, it was interesting because
I
I was following
was.
it even before it went to court. When
Oh,
they
really?
were having all this speculation, because woman abuser to a man, which
Who
was
literally took a shit on his bed.
yeah, but it was just intriguing to me how most abuse cases, are males are the ones that are so-called the abuser. And on this case, in the development,
Right.
when it was before it even went to court, there was also speculation, or there was already talk about how she could be the abuser. The woman could be the abuser, the one that could be coming up with
Right.
all this crap on the bed. But this Murdoch case, this on the other hand, it's a murder case though. I caught sort of the tail end of it. They were already doing the like the verdict by the time I caught up to it. Was that something that you followed? I mean, it looks like a really big, case that they televised and everything.
Yeah. See, I kind of got at first I started following it, but I
Mm.
knew that he was gonna get like the electric chair or something,
Oh,
because of what he did. I just had a feeling.
oh,
But I stopped following because it kind of hit home. I wouldn't say it hit home.
mm,
I kind of empathized on like how the family members felt,
mm.
you know, because I can't imagine having to go through something like that. What if it happened to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it was just really one of those things that how can somebody think like that?
Yeah, which is what I'm getting into now, like the post, like the analysis of his character and how the one that I came across lately, and I'm actually still listening to one of the videos, is how, and it's still trying to get this explanation. Maybe we could talk about it next time about his.
Right.
It's actually uh, uh intergenerational trauma, how it's all just built up and built up and built up to this point.
Eventually, this one. I
Yeah,
mean, this is a family from generations. You know what I mean?
I was trying to remember what I was gonna say. I just realized, yeah, it's this video that I'm going to get back into about, like his psychological analysis and generational trauma and all that after
Yeah.
we finish with this podcast. So I'm really excited to get to it once we're done. I'm just thinking that it's the reason why I've been sleeping late, because of all this research that I've been watching on YouTube. I don't know why the YouTube is in air quotes, but yeah, it's what's
I
been
don't think
keeping me
it's
up late at
research.
night.
It's not research. It's just entertainment for you.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. Anything that, yeah, yes, of course I call it research, but yeah, anything that's, I guess, got anything to do with, psychology and sort of explaining people's behavior and that kind of thing. Um,
Right.
and then last night, and this is my last bullet, and I'll give you the floor. Um, I was sort of
You're
binging
fine.
on Munchie 24/7 and Toy Stash TV videos. Also, I didn't
What?
realize how much
Really?
he's been doing so much stuff. Just I
Yeah.
just
I
I just
you know
admire
how
the fact that he's done so much, so many videos.
right, right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So,
I mean, you remember how we were talking about with him how he literally does the grind himself.
mm, mm, mm,
Can you imagine all that videos? Him
mm,
having to take care of everything from
yeah,
editing, from
exactly,
sound, from
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So while
It's crazy.
while I was watching it, I was like, there's a little bit of, from an artist to another artist, or another video maker to another video maker. There's a bit of like humility, like that I kind of realized
Mm,
that I'm so like so proud, or how you sort of joke with me that I'm such an elitist or what. But that's what I admire about Munchi, and being able to spend an hour getting to talk to him, is that the, and I think that's what I failed to mention about getting the chance to talk to him, was that he exuded this humility when we were talking to him. He was so humble, so just down to earth with the stuff that he's doing.
right, right.
And and going back now after the interview, watching more of his stuff, like, wow, galing, there's just so much that he's done, and I just felt so humbled. Like, Noel,
Right.
you think you're working hard, not working hard enough, you
Well,
know?
he has offered that um, if he wants to be interviewed again, he's down. So
Yeah, yeah. That's
the
cool.
door is
That's
always
cool.
open to him. Yeah.
That's cool. He's good to talk to. But let's figure out our camera technical situations first before we
No, absolutely.
maybe
Absolutely.
or something like that. Just like sort of level up
So,
ourselves before we invite another guest, or at least fix the room up, or at least
there's something going there.
maybe
Sorry,
like
I
dress up next
apologize.
time.
But you literally just froze for the past 10 seconds there.
Yeah, you too a while ago. I just didn't react to it. I just paused.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Everything's fine. I thought there was an issue with my internet, but it's not.
Yeah, same here, same here.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, like 10
So
seconds of
I actually
lag
have
also.
quite a number of things on my bullet. Yeah.
Mm,
I have a couple of different things, but I know I mentioned that I wanted to talk about your call center experience, but the other day, let me go to this one first. The other day, we were on a phone call, a video call, maybe, or I showed you a video with
mm,
me pumping gas.
okay.
And
Gas,
you,
folks,
you
gas.
commented on like, yeah, you commented on like a TV gas station. Man, I'm telling you, the gas station game here
Uh,
is every year it's like topping everybody else. It's insane. Um,
the gas
it's like an
station game.
experience going to a gas station over here. Yeah, the
Tell
gas
me.
station game. I just sent you a link.
Okay, I'll have a look
This
at
is a
it.
gas station called Buxy's or Busey's or whatever.
Okay.
Bucky's,
Okay.
Bucky's. I think it's
Okay.
Bucky's.
Bucky's.
It's
Okay.
one of the fastest growing gas stations in the country.
Okay.
Okay. Every location of these Bucky's, it's a huge, huge gas station where there's maybe 20 or 30 pumps, maybe
Mm.
gas pumps. It's huge, right?
Is that unusual? 20 or 30 gas pumps?
That's huge. Where have you seen a gas pump or a gas station with that many pumps?
Okay.
On, on top of that, um, the restaurant game or the food game in this
Mm.
gas stations, it is insane. It's like
Okay.
they're the type of food that they're building. Yes, it's still like um not like fast food, like burgers,
Mm.
cheesesteak, sandwich, pizzas, French fries, and whatnot.
Mm.
They're they're getting better and better and better.
Mm.
We have this gas station 2 minutes from here. It's
Mm.
called the Filling Company.
Mm.
I just sent you the link.
Mm.
This gas station is a destination for the locals to eat. They would much rather go there than a
Right.
fast food joint.
Right. Yeah. So the marketing is the whole branding was really thought out, huh?
Yeah, it's the food.
Yeah.
The food in that
Yeah.
gas station, that's Filling Company. It's
Mm.
literally down the street from here.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
actually maybe that way. I'm sorry. It's that way. But they got one of the best fried pickles I've ever had. It's so good.
Mm.
They have really good burgers. Is not bad. Better than McDonald's. Better than Burger King. That's for
Mm.
sure.
Well, here's the
And
thing
it's
though.
it's just amazing.
Here's the thing though. Is the gas any good? I mean,
That's the only thing that's the same. I
okay.
mean, the price is still expensive. Gas is still expensive.
Mm. Mm. Um.
But what?
Yeah. No. I try to talk to a couple of guys about gas stations here also, and how if one is better than the other. Not sure which one's best, but they were saying that it kind of depends on how they. It's kind of like maybe like your alcohol, your drink, right? Like some are more refined than
Mm,
others. Some
yeah.
are more refined than others, and so I was talking to yeah, a mechanic about it, how you shouldn't actually let your gas tank go all the way down to like 1 or 3 miles left, then you're gonna run out of gas. I mean, don't let it go all the
Correct.
way down, because all the residue from the gas has a better chance of collecting at the bottom, where it's going to clog up your engine. Where he was saying that
Your engine, correct.
always try to top up when you're half tanked, because at least there's like the sediments, the particles are sort of like floating around, in that liquid, versus like all at the bottom, where they're all sort of
Right, right.
gathering together. So yeah, so I guess as long as the gas is good, for your
Yeah, I mean the gas is the same, but these big companies, like I actually messaged you, maybe the top three gas stations here in the East Coast: Wawa, Sheetz, and Bucky's.
mm, mm,
And they're like the big competitions where
mm,
when you walk inside the gas station store, it feels like it's a mini mart with a
yeah,
cafe in it,
yeah,
with like a fast food restaurant in it as well.
yeah. They
So
got
it's quite
got
interesting.
they got a couple of guys doing that too. I think it's called Bonjour, and the other one is like Total. They also have like little not
Coffee
7-Eleven.
shops.
Yeah, not 7-Eleven, but sort of, a little, yeah, coffee shop looking, kind of, where
Right,
you can actually sit down comfortably and order pretty decent food.
right.
But there's this one, the Shell here is, I think they got their gas station game going because of the toilets.
What?
Some, not all, but most of their toilets have air condition when you walk in.
Wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
really?
Yeah. But yeah, and they're mostly working clean, and I stopped there for the toilets. Um
Right.
Another gas station game that they got going on here, on the freeways, they have like maybe on a long stretch of freeway, after every maybe 100 kilometers or 100 miles or something like that, just like, far apart from each other.
Right.
Um only one gas station is on that stop, and then there's like 10, 15, 20 other restaurants surrounding that one gas station in the freeway. I don't know if I guess you call it like a truck stop on your
Right.
freeways there. So it's the same idea, I think. Obviously not truck stop, but gas station, and then 15, 20 gas stations that surround it. Um, so yeah, so those are the gas stations. And like I said, the one with Shell. So there's the basic ones, I think, that are available around the world: Caltex and Petron. I think those are those familiar with you guys? Do you guys have those?
Not anymore. Caltech and Petron has practically gone down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's more like Exxon and
Mm,
Shell over here
mm,
and
mm,
BP.
mm.
Those
And then
are, I think, the very big ones.
a couple of other interesting situations that I've come across here. There are provinces that are sort of known for that gas station, because that's where their tankers are. So like, I could be wrong, but like my experience, like when I go diving back in Batangas, there's like all these Shell stations, because that's where the refinery, or that's where their boat docks, uh, something like that. So
Yeah.
each province sort of has its own, like, what it's known for.
Right.
And there was this one
It's
one time that we were gonna run out of gas, had to go to any gas station that was available, and then it looked like practically a house that had like a sari sari store in front, but it said Shell on it. So I thought it would be, and I wanted to use a credit card, and they were like, "Oh, we only take cash." It's like, what?
right,
But
right,
so that's the thing. If you're going to be traveling around here, obviously, but what did I know? Provinces don't always have that,
credit card
electron
capabilities.
electronic connection, right? Right.
Right,
Yeah, so
right.
that's my 2 cents
It's
about gas stations here. Oh, no, but the reason why I was reacting so hardly on your the video that you sent was that damn screen.
mhm,
Here in the Philippines, and I think people would agree, and I hope I'm not saying anything blasphemous about the Philippines, but here in the Philippines, kasi matatalino mga Pinoy, if you had that screen here, on the gas pump, that'd be gone in
right.
2 days.
They steal it.
Yeah. Somebody would be watching TV at home with that screen already, and that gas pump would have an empty screen here. Like same thing with like signs at the park, on the children's park just outside the house. I think some of the bakal, some of the metal things that they could cut off
Well,
from
because they sell it.
they'd sell it. And same thing with street lights. It's like, why don't you guys have
Street lights.
Yeah, people could.
What are they gonna do? Take that and then hang it in their ceiling at the house?
No, they'd be getting the bulbs. Exactly. Not the whole street light with a pole and everything, but just the bulb. So that's the
But
problem.
that's a different bulb. There's no actual socket in the house for that kind of bulb.
Just saying that's the problem with some of the local infrastructure
Jesus.
or developments that they have. Sometimes it's like, yeah,
Right.
you put it up, it's good for a few weeks on Instagram, and then after that people start stealing, the bulbs, the bakal, the ikikilo nila. They're going to take it to a junk shop and make money off of it.
Wow. So there's some gas stations, like the one that you saw that I went to, had like maybe like that big of a
screen. Yeah.
It's like a book size screen, like this,
Mm.
same size as that one. That's actually built into the pump structure itself. Like it's right there. And then you put your credit card, slide right there, and it's touchscreen, right? There's other gas stations like Buc-ee's somewhere in North Carolina that I've seen driving by and stopped by. They're literal flat screen TVs that's hanging. One on this side, one on that side. It's like maybe 45 inches. And it's encased into like a metal box that's hanging up there. So when you're pumping here, then the TV's up there. That's where the TV is and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can steal it because it's encased into a metal box with a glass front.
Yeah.
And then there's also some where it's actually built into the wall.
Right. Again, to protect it from getting stolen.
Correct. Which is kind of cool.
Did I ever send you that picture of the what do you call it? The plumbing on this toilet that I went to at a gas station?
No.
Yeah, I'll send it to you if I find it. But yeah, so it's all sort of encased in like a metal sort of frame,
right?
So that people don't steal the plumbing from the toilet.
Pipes.
Yeah, the
oh
pipes.
yeah, you sent that to me. There's literal metal cage around it.
Yeah, I think it was a little video. So I was taking a video of myself flushing the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had to you had to reach into the cage. The metal cage, so that you can flush the toilet, because
wow.
Yeah, again, because people are smart and steal. That's why some malls here don't allow people that walk in with slippers and look like, like with this kind of t-shirt on, because,
really,
I look.
That's kind of prejudiced.
Sometimes, no, but not. Yeah, because they're trying to protect their plumbing.
Yeah. No,
in case you go to the toilet and walk out with the pipes. So
right. That's great. But not to dwell on this whole toilet thing, but I swear there's two things that you've mentioned already that's in my bullets. And
Go
number
ahead.
5 over there, number 5 is transparent toilets. Have you ever seen or heard of those?
I've seen transparent kayaks, but not toilets.
Yeah, I've seen the transparent kayaks. I actually read into this article 2 days ago. I'm sending you the link right now. It's in Tokyo, Japan.
Okay, while I'm waiting for that to load, there's this kayak. There's some Instagrammer that got in trouble for posting like something to do with like bubble bath in a kayak. And then they were doing it in
bubble
Borac.
bath in a kayak.
Yeah, so it looks good on Instagram, on pictures, but there were protesters, or somebody was also complaining about, basically, don't like encourage people to do that, because so they're having a bubble bath on a kayak, on one of those clear kayaks, but basically they were saying don't do that because you're putting soap in the water, and it could disrupt the biochemistry or biodiversity or what's the word, basically
Biochemicals.
biochemicals. You'll be killing you'll be messing up the water salinity or that kind of thing. Sorry, where
Right.
did you send it? Okay, hold on, I see it. So it's a clear toilet. It's the walls around it that are clear.
Yeah, it's literally a transparent toilet in Tokyo, in Japan.
And
Only in Japan, right?
people use this, so people actually go inside, use this, and they can be seen doing their thing inside.
Well,
What?
that's the thing. From what it looks like, if you're just taking a piss or something, you
Uh-huh.
can you can actually there's like a button where it changes the wall. It becomes shaded or whatever.
Oh,
You
so
know what I
they
mean?
they automatically get darker.
Correct.
Interesting. Like
So
shaded glass, like my transition lenses on my glasses.
correct. So if
Wow.
it,
That must
it's totally optional for you as you go in. Apparently, there's like a button where you can press where the transparency could be absolutely covered, and it's like some kind of film that's built into the glass where you
Whoa.
press the switch and then it becomes darker or whatever. Yeah, just like your transition
Interesting.
lenses.
So it's another way to see if somebody's inside. So don't even bother knocking.
Right. I mean, but shit.
Yeah, look at those toilets inside though, huh? They're like they're not horse troughs. They don't
No, they're
look they
not. I
don't
mean,
they don't look cheap.
no, they don't. I mean, there's no plumbing to steal there, though.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
If
interesting.
and that toilet, I was looking at that too. That looks like a bidet. You know, the one that washes your butt.
Yeah, yeah, I know what a bidet is, Jason.
Okay, I'm just saying that looks like a bidet, doesn't it?
Toilets can be found in two locations in Shibuya City, one in Yoyogi Fukamachi Mini Park, and Tomigaya District. I really want to go to Japan. I've never been. Have you
Yeah.
been to any other Asian country aside from the Philippines?
Singapore, Hong
Oh,
Kong.
oh,
I've been to Singapore once. I've been to Hong Kong once. I've
mm,
never really been to China, or whatever, besides Hong
mm.
Kong. But besides that, that's it. I want to
Why'd
go to
you?
Vietnam. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Thailand.
Yeah, I think it's worth going. You might think that, oh, it's Asian country because and then nothing to it. We're like, it's probably just like the Philippines. Yeah, but a little
No, not at
different.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Um,
anyway, yeah,
I was,
that's my take on this bathroom thing. That's
I
kind
was
of cool though, in a way.
was wondering why or how did you come across with transparent toilets on your spare time? Are you looking for toilet
No,
designs for your house?
when when you're reading certain articles of certain websites, there's always those
Mm,
mini articles on the side,
mm,
and it just
mm,
says
mm,
transparent toilet.
mm, mm,
Whoa,
mm,
like click,
mm,
you
mm.
know. So that was kind of interesting. I was like,
Another
that'd be
reason to
kind
go
of.
to Japan. Yeah.
Can you imagine taking a dump though, sitting there and just to see what people? Oh, here's the best part. So even when it's dark,
Mm.
right, you can actually see outside.
Oh, awesome.
It's
That's
like a one way. Yeah.
But that'll
So
make you
if you're
think, like, is it really turned off or is it really turned on? Can they really not see me? Because you'd still be, still be thinking twice about it because in your brains, if I can see them, they must be able to see me. It must
correct,
be difficult if you're trying to take a dump. It must be difficult to try to sort of turn that off in your head and
unless you like to be watched, you know, you're one of those people, maybe,
oh,
right?
there's
I'm
a
just saying.
there's a flip side to that.
Correct.
Some people might have some people might have
Some people are exhibitionists and whatnot, but who's to say? Wait, wait.
yeah, if it's not being exhibitionist, it could be being
Fetish?
yeah, a fetish about doing it in public.
Huh?
right?
Yeah, that's true.
You get
That's
that
true.
feeling of being in public because you can see all these other people walking around waiting for you to get out of there because they also got to use the toilet. So there's like a long line outside and you're
The
doing
worst part is if it's transparent like that and you can see out, but I mean, you can see out, but they can't see in, right? There's no way to hide if you stink up the bathroom that you stink up the bathroom.
yeah. When you walk out, that's going to
When you
be,
walk out, they're like, yeah, that's me.
but it's
I just took a
Japan. It must
massive
be
one.
one of those high-tech toilets where, it'll suck out the smell.
Look, I mentioned this to you before. Full circles.
Hmm.
What is it called? What is it called? I told you this.
Full
A
circle.
courtesy flush.
You mentioned that to me before. I don't think you mentioned that to
Remember,
me
we were
before.
talking about bathroom etiquettes,
That must have been on
and
a
then
different podcast. I don't think I heard of that before.
what, episode 4 or 5, baby,
No, we were
bathroom
talking
etiquettes.
about cell phone etiquette.
No, no. Well, yes, but it's still bathroom. No, we talked about bathroom etiquettes too, where if you're in a public bathroom in a stall and you know it's going to smell, you give a
Mm,
courtesy flush, right?
okay.
So
All
it
right.
sucks out the smell. Right?
Okay.
Full circles, baby.
Okay. You know,
Yeah.
I'm in my mid 40s and I kind of just found out that you should flush right away so it doesn't stink up the toilet for a long time.
Yes, I know.
I'm the
Because
type
you're the one that sits there. What do you want to do? Sit there and stew in your own stink?
That's
You
what
don't
I
want
do.
that. Oh, for
Wait, so I want
Jesus
to clarify. The
Christ.
courtesy flush is what? Another flush? What's the courtesy flush?
If you're in a public restroom
Mm,
and you're in a stall and
mm.
there's multiple stalls around you,
Yeah, yeah, got it.
and you know you're about to do a number two,
Yeah.
okay?
Uh,
As a courtesy flush, if
uh,
you know it's gonna smell bad,
uh,
flush it as soon as it comes out
uh-huh.
so that the smell is
Okay.
taken away and nobody else shares that valuable and precious moment with you.
Right. Where you spread out your soul and it gets absorbed into somebody else's soul.
Oh, and then you
No,
walk out the bathroom filled with that
no,
stench.
what I'm saying is that I realized that courtesy flush that you're saying is the standard flush. It's that's what you do normally.
No,
That's what you should do. The courtesy flush would be the second one.
no, this no. Courtesy flush is prior or during the act. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Typically when you use the bathroom, you don't flush until you stand up.
right,
That's just
that's what I
which
was
is
saying. Right.
right. No, while you're sitting there and it you
Yeah.
flush as a courtesy so
Mm.
that the vacuum sucks up all the
Yeah.
stink.
Yeah. I agree with you. So now what I'm saying is my courtesy flush is the second one. So my standard flush is the first one as soon as it comes out. That's my standard flush now. I'm just telling you how my flushing philosophy is going now. So as soon as it comes
Is
out,
this the routine?
standard routine flush. And then when you're about to wash your hands, zip up your pants and going to the dryer, washing your hand, do another flush. That's my courtesy flush, just to make sure that there are no skid marks, and use the bidet if you can.
That's flawed because you're gonna flush anyway. And plus, if you wait until the second flush as the courtesy flush, it's too late. All the remnants will be floating into the air already for everybody to share.
No, but it wouldn't, because like you said, as soon as it comes out, you're already flushing. It's just semantics. It's just play in words. But what I'm saying is your
Yeah,
courtesy
I guess
flush is
like
the first one. My
yeah,
courtesy flush is the second one. And
like
so the
a
first one,
glass half full, glass half empty type of thing.
so the first one would be the standard flush. But bottom line is, are you saying that you only do one flush, which is the courtesy flush?
No, I always do two.
That's what I'm saying. See, so we're agreeing. It's just a
Okay.
matter of semantics.
This was this is kind of like off where we're getting off track here, but I want to ask you about this because my wife always gets me about this. I can understand. So when I do a number one, okay,
We're still on the toilet.
yeah. So
I
when I'm
thought
doing a number one,
I thought if you mentioned your wife, we might have gone out of the toilet and maybe walked into the living room
no.
or the
My wife
kitchen.
is a big part of this.
Okay.
She's a big part of this. So when I, when I'm doing a number one, I tend to flush midstream,
Okay.
and she always gets mad at me about it. It's like, you're not done yet, and you're flushing already? Why would you do that?
Okay.
I don't know if it's just me, but and here's the crazy thing. Okay. So I'm streaming midstream. I'm going to start to flush.
Mm.
And in my brain, I have to stop streaming by
Right.
by the time the water is all evacuated off the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it's not, I have to flush again.
Yeah.
Am I crazy for doing that? Because my
No,
wife is always getting on my case. It's like, you're not done taking a piss. I don't understand why you have to flush already. And then if you're still peeing and the flush is done already, you have to flush again.
bro, I don't know how to say this, but I do the same thing. Yeah. It's like a little game that I play. Like if I don't finish streaming by the time it's finished,
Flushing.
flushing,
Right.
I kind of have to do it. I have to do a courtesy flush because I didn't finish the stream.
That's what I'm saying. In my head, I don't know what it is. I've never told this to anybody. I've never even told my wife. In my head, I'm always trying to beat the flush.
Wait, is that where did that name go again? The Beat the Flush? Isn't that a game?
No, I don't know. I've never.
Oh no, there's a local radio station here. There's a it sounds like something that would hear from Nickelodeon, which but no, it's from there's a local radio station here that had like a Breakfast Club kind of show where they do like
Right.
silly phone in contest also, and then that's the name of the show, Beat the Flush.
What?
So
That's awesome.
something like if you give the wrong answer, you'd hear the flush. But if you gave the correct answer or something that it was time that you needed to get like 3 questions correct in like a minute or something like that, so you beat
Right.
the flush. Yeah. So did you just come up with that or did you hear that before?
No, I
Beat the
just
flush.
came up with it.
You just came up with it now? Yeah. So there
Yeah.
used to be a contest on a local radio station here called Beat the Flush. And then, so you try to get like 2 or 3 questions answered within like a minute. Otherwise, you'd hear the flush. That means you
Right.
lost. Or you'd hear, the happy bells, which means you won some money or whatever the prize would have been for the day.
Right. Well, that's so at least seriously, you do the same thing?
Yeah. Every now
Okay.
and then. Yeah.
So it's not just me. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife's starting to make me feel like like I'm a lunatic or something, But deep in my head, I'm just playing a game.
But here's the thing. Speaking of beating the flush while you're pissing, as a guy, because of my cell phone, I'm pissing sitting down, trying to beat the flush. Let it out. Let it out. I know you want to say something.
Well, my, my wife doesn't know this, okay? Every morning when I wake up, I take a piss sitting down because I'm so sleepy still. It's not necessarily I'm trying to beat the flush, but I'm still trying to wake up. So I sit in the toilet with him.
Okay, here's the thing. Listen, kids, this is another reason why you need to beat the flush. In other words, flush the toilet while you're taking the piss because it reduces the splashes outside
Right.
of the toilet bowl.
Exactly.
If
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
if it's spinning, it's yeah, exactly. So
Right. So it actually goes with the current.
yeah,
It,
exactly,
it
exactly,
goes with the current at a certain speed and whatnot. So there's less chances of actual splashing.
right. And
Right.
finally, another reason to beat the flush is if you are it reduces sort of that residue that piss getting stuck on the wall of the toilet. If you have water flowing there, your piss doesn't get
I'm
on the.
that's that's a different story, Joe. I mean, come on. How can you end up splashing on the freaking wall of your toilet?
No, not on the wall, on the side. There's a part of the toilet that's sort of like if you're facing.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, you're correct. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
right.
I
So
completely agree.
which is 100% the reason why I'm sitting down is because I don't want to have to clean up after myself. If Yeah, I know, right?
That's so
So,
awesome.
and my son, I'm like, hey, we're gonna go to the mall. We get to pee standing up this time. Because at home, I'm kind of encouraging him to just pee sitting down
Sitting down.
because I have to clean up after his mess.
So I'm I'm gonna share something to you again. Okay. So I just told you that in the morning, I wake up most of the time, I
Gro-
pee.
Groggy, sleepy.
Yeah. So you're still groggy, you're still sleepy.
Mm,
So I sit down at the toilet to take a piss. Right.
mm,
On multiple occasions, as biology dictates, every man, one time or the other, when they wake up, they have a Charlie.
a
Okay.
little too much information, but go ahead.
Well, no, listen, there's a reason I'm sharing this. Okay.
Mm,
The reason is the flaw of sometimes sitting down in the morning
mm.
and
Yeah, so you got to go
you're
manual.
taking a piss.
You have
Well,
to, you
yeah,
have
but sometimes you forget that you got Charlie with you.
right. No,
That,
exactly. So I'm
that's
a couple of steps ahead of
the
you. I'm telling you,
stream goes up.
you know how to drive a stick, right? You got to go
Of
manual.
course.
You have to
Yeah,
change gears manually.
I understand.
Mm,
But on multiple occasions when you're so groggy, you just walk over and you sit
mm,
down and you forget you got Charlie. And then the worst part is, for the most part, you lean forward like
right.
that, not realizing. So next thing you know, it's
Gosh, that was some
it's
strong piss there.
that.
That doesn't happen to me.
Well,
What
it's
what
happened to me on two occasions.
what
I
happens to me is I'm sitting there with my eyes closed, sitting down, and I'm like, hold on a second, why are my feet wet? So I'm like, damn it, now I gotta change my shorts. I wanted to go back to bed, but now I gotta now I gotta walk over to the closet and look for another pair of shorts because I just pissed on myself.
That's happened to me because when you
And,
downshift, you shifted down too much.
and then here's the thing. I change my shorts, right? And I go back to bed. And then I'm like, damn, should have taken a shower because my shorts, the new shorts are wet
What happened?
because I didn't dry
You
up.
froze. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're frozen.
Yeah, yeah. Same with you. You're frozen too.
That sucks.
There, you're back on. You're back on. So that's
I,
the thing. So I end up showering, which wakes me up, and now I don't want to go back to bed anymore.
yeah. Yeah.
But I got like two pairs of shorts on the floor that smell like piss because I pissed on myself.
Is it something that just happens as you get older, you think?
Which
It's
one?
probably right. I mean,
Pissing on
I'm sure
yourself?
like the habits of like sometimes taking a piss sitting down or flushing the toilet midstream. I don't think 20-year-olds or
Yeah.
30-year-olds are doing that.
Well, we get creative. Yeah. the, the more you do
With-
something, your brain starts to think, I've done this a million times before. What else can we do to make it interesting?
Let's mix it up a little
Yeah.
exciting.
I'm thinking sun's out already. Sa Tagalog, tanghali na. So let's let's wrap things up. I gotta get going and maybe flush the toilet in case I left it.
Yeah.
That's my
Well,
business.
there's the one main thing that I really wanted to discuss, but we'll roll that over into the next episode.
Oh, don't do that to me. What is it about?
It's your call center experience.
Oh, the call center experience. All right.
There's really two things. I wanted to go and discuss your call center experience more into details and your radio DJ experience. It's been discussed multiple times in the podcast or in the show, but we've never really dived into it. So I wanted to dive into it a little bit more. I've got quite a number of questions and whatnot, and I'm sure you have a lot of interesting stories to share as well.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, yeah, good teaser for the next one. Gosh,
So,
I would have lost sleep if you didn't tell me what I was going to be about. All right, sure.
Yeah. Well, thanks for clicking in again, guys. So we really appreciate it. Bear with us. We're working on everything. The camera situation is going to get better. The mic situations, everything's just going to get better no matter what. Maybe. But
it's all right. Don't apologize. Whatever, man.
Screw you all. Okay.
I'm sure it's
Again,
fine.
if you have any comments of hatred towards Noel, leave a comment below.
Or we could start
Either way.
we could start like a donation, like a join button on YouTube so that people can bring in donations, or a Patreon. Maybe we should start a Patreon account so we could like get donations so we can get a better microphone or cameras or I'm kidding.
Maybe. Wink.
Yeah, but that means somebody has to actually sit down and set it up.
Hey, we'll talk about it.
Click buttons and say, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And then actually does it, and then clicks on the buttons and does the actual typing.
Yeah. Which we'll get there. Anyway.
Which reminds
me,
thank you for
tuning in.
Which reminds me, last episode is not up yet, okay?
It's not. So, yes. I'm working on it. Stop it.
Okay, let's
go. It will be up. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Again, this is the Flip Side with Jay and Noel. My name is Jay.
My name is Noel.
We'll catch you later.
On the Flip Side.
Two guys, two worlds. This is the Flip Side. New episodes uploaded on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify every week on Wednesday and Saturday.